Hi everyone, Tom Moffett here. Welcome to BUS 115 Personal Finance. During the next 8 weeks, we're going to be talking about some fundamental concepts and components of managing your personal finances. For example, we'll be talking about creating a personal balance sheet and a cash flow statement. I'll be covering budgeting, taxes, credit, insurance, investing, and we'll talk about some areas of estate planning. You'll complete a personal finance plan, which will help you put these topics into practice. When you log in to the course, the first thing you're going to see is the home page, which you see here. I encourage you to take some time to explore each of the menu items in the left column here, especially if this is your first online class. You want to pay special attention to announcements, the modules tab, and the discussion navigation link. I make lots of announcements, so please check the announcements on a regular basis, at least 3 to 4 times a week. You can get to announcements by clicking on the Announcements tab, which will display any announcements that have been posted. Or if you're on the home page, which is this page, you can click Course Announcements here, and it will bring you to the same page where any announcements will be displayed. For example, here I have an announcement that says special for online students. When you open that, you'll see the announcement. So let's look at the modules page for just a second. At the very top of the page, you'll see a course calendar. When you open the course calendar, you'll see the assignments for the course that are separated by module. In each module, you'll see that the assignments also have listed the due date and the points that are associated with each of those assignments. For example, in Module 1, it begins with an introduction discussion. The initial post is due on August 22nd, and then replies to the initial post by your classmate is due on August 25th. At least 2 replies to classmates are required. The next 2 assignments here are Connect assignments. I'll talk more about those in just a minute, but the 1.5 and 1.6 quizzes for Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 that you see here, and then the last assignment in Module 1 is a Step 1 of the Personal Financial Plan. There's a complete description of each step of the financial plan further down in the modules page. Go back up here, and you'll see as you scroll down, financial plan, personal financial plan. Well, this is typically what the course calendar looks like. And here, as we scroll down, you'll see Module 2. It's structured essentially the same way. You go back to the Modules Navigation tab, scroll down. Here is the discussion rubric, and that shows you how the discussions are graded. You can read through that. And then, as I mentioned earlier, scroll a little further down on the modules page, and you'll see information about each step of the personal financial plan. Underneath that is the rubric for the personal financial plan, which explains again how each of those steps are graded. Scroll back up for a second. Here's some Connect instructions. It explains what Connect means. There's an overview there. You can see how to contact Connect support if you have any issues. Next, down on the modules page, the proctoring requirements. OTC requires at least one proctored event for each course, And our proctored event for this class will be the midterm exam. You can't see it now, but you will be able to see it. It will actually be displayed when it's available. And you'll have a week to complete the proctored midterm exam. If you're not familiar with proctoring requirements, there's a link here for proctoring requirements, and you can review those prior to taking the proctored exam. Now each module, I'm going to scroll on down here. These are the assignments, and each module has additional material, and in here you can see there's narrated PowerPoints for Chapter 1. There's narrated PowerPoints for Chapter 1. There's narrated PowerPoints for Chapter 2 and PowerPoints for Chapter 2. And there's some additional reading assignments as well as some videos that you can watch that will give you additional information about each of the topics that we covered. The narrated PowerPoints, I think you will find, are especially helpful when you're completing your personal financial plan. Scrolling back up, here is a Grades button. When you click on the Grades navigation button, it will show you each of the assignments, the due dates, and the points available. Once those assignments are graded, you'll be able to see the points applied. This will be your score, and any feedback that I've made about that assignment. And you will get feedback on all your work. There are two exams for the semester. One is the midterm exam, which I mentioned is the proctored event. And then at the end of the semester, we'll have a comprehensive final. Online office hours are available. I'm going to scroll down to the very bottom of the modules page here. We use a teleconferencing tool called Zoom, and it allows us to talk to each other in real time, where we can review assignments, answer any questions about the assignments, or actually anything else that you have a question about as far as the course is concerned. These online office hours are available by request. Just let me know when you want to meet, and we'll arrange a time when we can meet using Zoom. It's a very useful tool, and I encourage you to use it if you have a need. You want to start the course by registering for Connect. The easiest way to register for Connect, scroll back up here to the top, is to go into the first Connect assignment, which is going to be this Chapter 1, Personal Financial Planning in Action. When you access that assignment, it will take you through the registration process. You just follow the instructions, and when it asks you to register or to create an account, be sure to use your OTC email address if you've not created an account for some other class. And then it will ask you to enter your registration code, which you should have gotten when you purchased the materials for the class. After you've registered for Connect, I suggest that you review the syllabus. The syllabus link is here, which can also be accessed from the home page. When you open the syllabus, it allows you to print it if you would like to have a printed copy. Otherwise, the entire syllabus is here. Well, that's enough to get us started. Please post any questions about the course to the Student Commons Forum in the discussion area, and that allows everyone to benefit from your questions. So to get to Student Commons, we'll close out the syllabus, go back to discussions, and at the very top, you'll see Student Commons. Click on Student Commons and click Reply, and then you can enter your question in the text box right there. And then when you enter, and then when you're done, you simply click Post Reply. I will see that you've entered a question or that you've had an entry there in the Student Commons area, and I can answer your question right away. Um, and your classmates can also see that discussion or the question that you've posted in case they have a similar concern, then everyone can benefit. If you have a question of a personal nature, such as grades, please contact me by OTC email, and my email address is moffatc@otc.edu. Please use your OTC email address for any contact or messages that you might want to send to me or your fellow students. The reason for that is the filters that are set up so that OTC email is often the only message that gets through using our course. Well, I look forward to meeting all of you this next week, and I will see you online.